What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast. My name is Harrison. I am joined by my brother Nick. As always, I nailed it this time. I got a little nervous before you came on. I was like, wait, all right. I practiced it a little bit.
Did you really?
I did, yeah.
Man, you did great. You did great. You did really great. The hiatus really helped us.
It did, yeah. So we took a week off, an unprompted week off last week. It was mine and my wife's 10-year anniversary of like as a couple, not like marriage, but so we ended up going out to dinner that night. We went to like a local seafood restaurant that was really good, and then Tuesday, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. I don't know why. Like there wasn't a lot of news at the time. I hadn't really played anything outside of Resident Evil, and I was just kind of enjoying the weather. Like really, like I was doing stuff outside, and I was like, you know what? Like I hate to do it, but you know, sometimes you need that little bit of a break.
Honestly, I was kind of feeling the same way. I love doing the podcast every week. I always look forward to it. But sometimes you just want to get stuff done around the house, and like, man, like I know I gotta get all this done before 8:30. Yeah. And it can kind of like put like the pressure of time on you.
It can, it really does sometimes. But yeah, I was in this like I look forward to it every single week. But we were sanding the deck because I did some painting today. Because we sanded the deck last week, and then Brittany had to work, and then I started painting it because we're doing we got like white lattice, and then we're going to paint like the railings and stuff black, like a tricorn black, so it looks really cool. And then I've had this like gazebo on my Amazon list for like 4 or 5 months now, and it went on like I was taking a nap the other day, and I woke up to like one of those lightning deal notifications, and it was like, hey, an item in your list is on sale, and it was the gazebo, and it was like $50 off. It was like a $300 gazebo. $50 off of that, and then like an extra, I don't know, 5% for like a coupon or something. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Like the deck's not done, but I mean, it's a steal right now. So
you put it on the deck.
Yeah, we nail it into it's like a metal frame gazebo.
Okay, yeah.
But this one's really like we've had one in the past, and it was, I think, a hurricane at some point had gone through, and we got like the very remnants of it, but it was just strong enough winds where it tore it up.
Dang.
So I wanted a new one. This one's got like a mosquito netting that the guy can drop down to keep mosquitoes and stuff out. It's really nice.
How big is it?
It's 10 by 10.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah, so it's pretty big.
It's gonna cover like the whole like good portion of the deck, right?
Yeah, it's gonna cover pretty much the spot. We'll have it like at the end of the deck. And then I have and I'm gonna get a new grill here because it's Kellen's birthday here in a couple of weeks, and we're gonna do like a little birthday party. If you want to come, you can come.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be May 6th. It's a Saturday.
I might be. You're doing it Saturday.
Yeah, it's on a Saturday.
Okay.
I'll let you know the exact details, but
yeah, because me and Dad are going to the Wells Fargo. Well,
that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Initially, he said Saturday, but we would just go Sunday in that case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because we have an Indie Day pass.
Oh, okay, cool.
We can just go. Yeah, we can go Sunday.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, I'll go.
So yeah, and then I'm gonna get a new grill because my grill is like pretty much like shot. Like I don't have a metal pan anymore. It like deteriorated, and the grill industry is really messed up because they don't sell those pans.
You have to buy a new grill instead?
Well, so when I went to Home Depot this was a couple years ago now, I said, hey, do you guys sell like the grill pans? And she's like, no. She's like, really, to be honest, she's like, that by the time those deteriorate or they break or whatever the case is, like you're probably ready for a new grill at that point. And I was like, I don't like this Monopoly grill thing you got going on here.
Kind of messed up.
Because I even called like the number on like the side of my grill, and it was like $80 for the pan. I was like, there's no way. So yeah. But gonna be getting a new grill here soon, so I'm very excited about that. But yeah, other than that, it was a pretty great week with the Zelda news we got. But Nick, how was your week?
Well, I guess since we last had this podcast, I broke my elbow.
Yeah, we haven't talked about that.
Yeah, so that happened. it was the day after the last podcast. So it was that Tuesday. Yeah. I just went to the skate park, and it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, I'm going for this trick. It's going for a Smith grind. Going for this trick. I was like, I need to stop worrying about getting hurt because it's gonna hold me back.
What, no, were you wearing like elbow pads and stuff like that? Because I've seen all your videos where you've been wearing them.
No, elbow pads are required at a certain skate park that I go to.
Oh, gotcha.
I was wearing a helmet as always, but I wasn't wearing pads. The thing is, I don't think it would have helped because I landed straight on my arm like that.
So it was like a pressure fracture break.
It was a pressure fracture. It wasn't from falling on it. So I don't know if it would have helped, but it hurt a good amount. And doing better now. I can pretty much almost straighten it out.
Now you said Alicia was not with you. It was just you.
It was just me. And unfortunately, I was not filming, so I didn't even get it on video. But yeah, I had to drive home by myself with my one arm. And then I got home and walked in. And she was sitting on the couch, and I was like, I think I need to go to the hospital. She's like, no.
No.
But yeah, very quick service.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, hospital was great. Took like an hour total.
Yeah, that's how Kaylee's was. Yeah, we were in and out in like an hour and a half.
Yeah, so. I mean, I don't know if you had mentioned it on the podcast last time, but Kaylee broke the same bone. Yeah. In her elbow, like a week before, 2 weeks before I did. So, what are the odds? Yeah,
I know. I don't think I might have talked about it. Yeah, I think it's been a few weeks. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is crazy that it's this. Yeah, the same exact spot. Exact bone. That's insane. But yeah,
but we're doing good. We're doing good.
Cool. Yeah, and I finally went to the doctor because I just was not feeling good. I think I went to work Monday, worked Tuesday, and then was feeling really bad Wednesday because I cut the grass on Tuesday, so that I think that just added fuel to the fire. So I was like, all right, Thursday, I was like, I got to go to the doctor. Or Wednesday, I think I went to the I don't know. Either way, I went to the doctor, and I had like an upper respiratory infection, same as Kellen. So they put me on amoxicillin, and I've been good. So,
hey man, all we're doing is getting better out here.
We're just getting better and better, man. It's just it's getting warmer outside again. You know, I'm outside more. Just feels good.
If only I could just get a little cold on May 12th. That'd be so perfect.
A little cold?
Just a little cold on May 12th. I have a feeling, man. I'm gonna have to call out that day.
I think
I got a little itch.
Yeah, I'm already feeling a little bad that day.
My shoulder's kind of hurting. You know, I can't really work.
My typing fingers are just bad. But yeah, let's let's talk about the Mario movie. We hadn't talked about that yet. I know you saw it opening night with your wife.
I did.
And I had pre-ordered my tickets for Friday, and was a little bit nervous because, you know, Kellen kept saying he did not want to see it. It was a movie. He hates movies, blah, blah. Once we got there, though, he was good. He was good. He loved the entire time. Like,
was it the second he stepped into the theater or the moment?
Pretty much, because he saw there's a bunch of kids dressed up as Mario, and he wore his little. So I got a little bit annoyed because we were getting ready, and he had his Mario little suit on, and he has Mario hat and stuff like that. He had these gloves, but we didn't have the mustache. We had a couple of fake mustaches that, you know, sticks on, but we didn't have like the Mario mustache. And he got really mad, and he's like, well, people will know that it's not the right one. And I'm like, buddy, nobody's gonna know. And then he didn't want to wear it. He didn't want to wear it at all. So he just wore his Mario like little costume.
Okay.
And then once we got there, he saw other kids wearing stuff, so he was pretty excited. And then once we got into the movie theater, sat down, and, you know, it started playing him, he was just enthralled by it, so he loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you want the most, right? You want your kid to enjoy the movie. I was sitting right beside a kid who he was just like kind of like curled up in the chair, and he was just reacting to like everything that came on the screen, and it was super cute. Yeah. But yeah, I thought overall the movie was great. It was super fast. It was like it felt over breakneck speed. I feel like, and granted, you know, Mario
has never really had a story in the past, so you can't really judge it based on that. But I felt like they could have used, and granted, it's a kids movie. They want it to be like a quick kind of thing, but I think it could have used like 30 more minutes, like a little bit more of development once they got to the Mushroom Kingdom and stuff like that. Like I kind of wanted a little bit more, but I mean, it was jam packed full of references and Easter eggs and stuff like that. But
yeah, it's funny. I thought it was good. I feel like they took their time in the beginning when they were in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, and then once they got to the Mushroom Kingdom, like he was with Peach within 5 minutes.
Yeah,
and she was already bringing him along with her. She like spent 30 seconds explaining the plan and getting introduced to Mario, and then they were on their way training. It was really fast, but like you said, it's a kids movie.
Yeah,
plot doesn't really matter that much.
No,
it was really just a spectacle. Like it was really cool to see.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. Like the animation was gorgeous. Like everything about it was just beautiful looking. When we got introduced to one of the greatest masterpieces ever made by yours truly, Jack Black.
I love Jack. Oh my god,
dude! I was
cracking up.
I was waiting. I was like, Jack Black has to have some sort of musical interlude somewhere in the movie. And I told Brittany that, and then I saw the piano, whatever, and I looked over at her, and we just started smiling, and then it was just 90 seconds of just pure bliss.
Yeah. Oh man, that's easily like the best part of the movie. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I really like what they did with Bowser.
Yeah, Bowser was great.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite character.
Yeah, he easily stole the show. Stole the show. If anybody's listening and hasn't saw it, Chris Pratt is just fine. Like
he's good.
I thought he was great. Like you don't want 90 minutes of it's a me. They even did it a couple times. Like there was the Charles Martinet played, I think, the dad, and then like the guy that's playing Jumpman, and he did it, and I was like, yeah, that would have been way too much for 90 minutes.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's perfect. So yeah, I thought the casting was just fine.
I'm almost surprised they didn't go with that, given that it's Illumination and they do the minions. They kind of do those like funny voices. So I would have thought they would have taken that route of doing full 90 minutes of it's a me, Mario. Like but I'm glad they didn't. I just
think the way they introduced the characters, like they in Brooklyn, they're the plumber. They did the plumber route. It just made sense. Like it made sense to, and then of course, whatever, you go through a magical pipe in the sewers, like, okay, right. then it jump shit. But like everything else was like pretty, like I thought they did a pretty good job of like the backstory of, of Mario. So
the lore,
yeah.
The lore. And then hearing the GameCube ringtone.
Oh, that was so good, dude. Yeah. The whole movie was great. I was just smiling the entire time. Yeah. It was just fun.
You just go to and you enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Did Alicia have a good time? Not not necessarily knowing everything, like picking up on every little detail.
She really enjoyed it.
Cool.
She loved Bowser too.
Yeah, Bowser.
Loved the musical performances and all that.
Yeah, that's great.
I don't think you need to. You don't need to know all the references.
Oh no way! Yeah, there's so many. Yeah.
Like imagine all the kids. Like none of the kids know all the deep references, but they're just enjoying it because it's a Mario movie.
Yep.
Cool. It was very cool to see Nintendo's like logo pop up at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Cool. I thought that was pretty special. A quite special movie.
A quite special. So yeah, I thought it was great, and I mean it's just doing record numbers in the box office.
Like 800 million.
Yeah, something
at this point.
Yeah, it's on its way to $1 billion. I mean it beat out Frozen 2 for like the #1 animation movie or something like that. Like it's been crazy.
Yeah, let's see if there's any updates. It might be 700 million.
700. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, past 700.
Just a measly 700.
Dude, it'll probably pass $1 billion before the end of the month, and it hasn't even come out in Japan yet.
It's not even out in Japan? Oh wow.
It comes out I think at the end of the month in Japan.
Crazy.
That's going to be a pretty big market.
Yeah. Wow. Cool.
Killing it, man. That's good.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see, you know, a Luigi's Mansion movie at some point. Like, you know, I'm all in for, like, if they want to do their big old Mario universe.
I'm really excited for the next video game adaptation because now people can't say, "Oh, the video game curse is finally broken." It's finally broken. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
we've had so many movies from so many movies and TV shows from video games that have been really good at this point. You can't have that argument anymore that there's still a curse.
yeah. I mean, you get The Last of Us, Sonic,
Detective
Halo. I mean,
Pikachu.
come on.
Halo.
Nah, Halo ain't it. They're still doing a season 2 of that show. I wonder like how different that thing is going to be.
I hope for the best, man.
Yeah,
Hope for the best.
yeah. We'll see.
Not too much faith in good old Microsoft right now, but
No, yeah, it's hard to. Yeah, it's hard to be an Xbot right now. All right, well let's dive into what we have been playing. I'll quickly talk about RA4. I did my my hardcore under 4 hour run. I think I finished in like 3 hours and 45 minutes, something like that.
Yep.
Went back and
same thing.
Yeah, went back and got no hit on the railroad part or whatever on, you know, when you're in the mines. Did that. Yeah, it was fun. I think I'm definitely done for a while. I think I'm good with playing that game for a while until like the Ada DLC comes out. But it was fun. Like I just using the infinite rocket launcher was just stupid fun, and then just
it was a great cleanser.
Yeah, within like an hour, I was like on chapter 5 or 6, like just crazy fast.
So great.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I kind of wish I wouldn't have gone straight from a normal playthrough to a professional, just because like it took just as long, and I kind of wish I would have done like maybe a hardcore run and gotten like some more money so I could get the infinite rocket launcher at some point, because like I went through professional just with normal weapons until the very end.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I did until I think till the Krauser fight, and I was like, no, I'm good with this fight. I'm just gonna sell everything.
Yeah, at that point I bought a rocket launcher.
Not a regular one.
So I use it on like the last part of that fight.
Gotcha. Okay. But, yeah, I had bought one when I fought I always forget his name, the cockroach man, whatever his name is, Verduso.
Oh man, fuck that guy. I hate him so much. Dude.
Did you beat him? Did you kill him with the infinite rocket launcher on your run?
Yeah, with the infinite rocket launcher I did.
Okay.
But I could not kill him on professional.
Well,
no matter how much I put into him. It
actually took, I don't know how you did it, but I had the infinite rocket launcher on my hardcore run, and I didn't freeze him, and it took a few shots of the rocket launcher to actually kill him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad I knew that. So yeah,
I was freezing him. I froze him. Then I would put 6 magnum shots into him, and then I would reload and do it again. Man, I was getting fed up with that fight both times. Yeah, both times around, and then on the hardcore run, yeah, I got him one hit.
Just crushed him
with the infinite rocket launcher. That felt really good.
Yeah.
God, yeah, I hate that fight. They could have cut that. That would have been fine.
Yeah. No, I like that fight. It was good.
Nah.
I don't think. Yeah, I really don't think, because I mean, but they give you a lot of ammo. But I mean, he's so fast. Like I really think you're just supposed to defend off and then just run away. But dude, you don't want to do that. You want to kill him. So
I tried.
But Nick, tell me about Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yeah, so Ghostwire Tokyo, it's on Game Pass now. It finally came to Xbox. It's the Bethesda. Wait, what studio is it? It's,
Tango?
Tango, yeah. Tango, they did Evil Within 1 and 2. So this game's been out on PS5 for a long time. And it just came to Xbox, so I checked it out. I probably played like an hour or two, so I'm not super deep. I've gotten to the point where like I'm kind of in the open world and I'm walking around gaining new abilities, new powers. I was telling you this at the beginning, but I had a lot of difficulty with the control settings.
Mm.
Just trying to get them right, like trying to get the camera acceleration and deceleration and the dead zone, all that stuff up to a point where like I was looking up preferred settings online. And I finally found one that worked. And then I realized that I could switch to performance mode instead. Yeah. I was like, okay, maybe I'll try that and see if that makes the camera movement any better. And it did. Just
cool.
It kind of like instantaneously made it so much better. So I enjoyed it a lot more after that. Granted, I didn't play, like I only played one night, but it's okay. I like it. I think it's good. I mean, the combat's kind of weird. It's like you're almost doing like Naruto, like hand movements and then shooting out spells in a way. It's like you start out with like a pistol of sorts, just a single beam shot. So I haven't gotten anything else aside from that, but the exploration's pretty cool. The enemies, they're okay. Like I haven't run into a lot of enemy variety yet. I've probably run into like one or two types of enemies at this point, but granted, I'm early on in the game and, I know there's a lot to it. So I think I'll play some more. Really want to give it like an honest shot.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I'm in this weird spot where I just want to play Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, I'm in the exact same boat right now. Like I've got so much stuff I need to play, but I just can't stop thinking about Tears of the Kingdom, man. Like I even thought about like booting up Breath of the Wild and just playing a little bit of that, but I don't want to overdo it but
I don't want to burn out.
Yeah, I don't want to burn out with it, but man, I'm so ready for it. I'm just ready to play it.
I'm thinking of all the possibilities of like, I just want to jump off an island.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do. I want to jump. I'm like, can you jump off an island and then attack someone on the way down? Can you jump off an island onto another island? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it here in a second, but that trailer just got me so hyped. Like I was already, we were already hyped up, but this just solidified the hypeness.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I want to try Ghostwire. I might check it out, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
On the other hand, I did pick up. It's a kind of like a small indie game.
You're a madman for this one.
It's a pretty short game, so I think I can get through it pretty fast. But it's called Persona 5. I don't know why I picked this up. It was on sale, and
on the Switch.
Yeah, so it's like $40 on the Switch, and I had like a gift card. So
it's on Game Pass, isn't it?
It is, but I wanted it portable.
Gotcha. No, you got it.
I should have just tried it on Game Pass and then bought it, but I really like this game. It's really good.
What's clicking with you?
So it really didn't click at first, and like I'm like 5 hours in at this point, so I'm not super far, but it wasn't clicking at first. Like you start, you're like in the middle of a heist, and then you kind of go to jail, and then it brings you back in time.
Okay.
And it brings you back to you essentially going to another school because you assaulted somebody.
Okay.
And you're basically on the verge of going to juvie, so they send you to another school and say like, hey, if you mess up, you're going to juvie. And that's how you end up at this school. So that's playing it, wasn't clicking with me a ton. And then the story just gets really good.
Okay.
Like the first part is basically about this volleyball coach that's like abusing his team, like abusing like all the kids on the team.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically trying to get a confession out of him and get a confession out of all of his students, and no one's really breaking.
Yeah.
But you end up going into like a metaverse, into a version. It's kind of hard to explain, but you're basically going into his mind and infiltrating it, and like his mind. I'm probably like butchering this for anyone who's played Persona before, but in his mind, the school is like a castle, and he's the king of the castle. So,
it's giving like Psychonaut vibes.
Yes, yeah, kind of like that. You're kind of infiltrating his mind, kind of like Inception.
Okay.
But yeah, he's the king of the castle in his mind, so you're infiltrating his mind, and
that sounds pretty cool.
Going throughout the palace, and it's the palace is like the dungeon that you're going through.
Okay.
But you also have to like manage your time, because you can leave the dungeon and talk to people, and when you talk to people, you increase your relationship with them, and you gain skills in battle, all that stuff. So it's kind of like a loop where you need to manage your time between making your way through the dungeon, because you can back out at any time, and building up relationships with people around you, because then they can, help you out when you battle. So it's kind of like a mix of that kind of stuff. But the combat's really cool. You have a gun, and you can just like fire off as many shots as you have. Like you start each battle with like 8 ammo, and you can just fire them all off and kill everybody at the beginning of the battle. So that's kind of cool.
Is it turn-based? Is it like action RPG?
It's turn-based.
Okay, so
yeah,
proper JRPG then.
Yeah, it's pretty proper JRPG. It's
that term is very loose nowadays. No one seems to know what JRPG means anymore.
This is that. If you're putting
the old school like Final Fantasy, like 10 and under.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it obviously reminds me a lot of SNT 5.
Okay.
Because it comes from Shin Megami Tensei. So I recognize a lot of the enemies in Persona. But in this game, you're like summoning Persona. You're basically like capturing enemies and using them to help you in battle, that kind of stuff. But it's fun, man.
Sweet.
It's good.
I got a kind of an itch to play Final Fantasy X again the other day. I have it on the PS4, like the remastered version, but
it's a long one too.
It is. I just can't do it to myself. Not right now.
It's on Switch too.
It is on the Switch. It is. Mm-hmm. It is. Anything else you've been playing?
Aside from a little bit of Minecraft.
Minecraft.
I booted it up and just kind of started digging. I made myself a home. My home got blown up, and I've just been digging as deep as I can go.
You've been playing like survival mode?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard on survival.
Are you playing on Switch or Xbox?
Xbox.
Yeah,
since it's on Game Pass.
Are you excited at all for Minecraft Legends?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Nope. I might try it.
It's on Game Pass. The last thing I've been playing is Dredge. It is a fishing game, but it's very cool. So I just played the demo. But I think I'm probably gonna pick it up because it's really cool. So you start off as a fisherman, and you kind of it starts off at night, and it's a cutscene, and you crash, and you kind of land or wash ashore to this little cluster of islands. But you start at this town, and this mayor says, "Hey, we saved you. Your vessel was completely destroyed. We're going to loan you this new vessel. So you go out there and catch us fish, and a portion of your sales will go to, paying us back for this boat." But there's a little bit of a psychological twist to it. So when you start, you have like, you can get different fishing lines, so you can kind of go deeper and deeper, depending on what type of fish that you want to get. Mm-hmm. You can upgrade your boat to add like a light to it and stuff like that. I don't know exactly how much you can do because I just played the demo, but and then it's also got, and you're gonna like this, the Resident Evil 4 inventory system.
Shut up.
The attache case. It's like that. So you catch fish, and it's tile based, so you have to line them up in your boat. And you can only take so much, and then you have to go back and sell it. But the game's on like a night and day cycle, and it goes by very quick, like 5 minutes quick is like pretty much a day. But at night, at the top of the screen, this little eyeball appears, and it's your fear meter. And as it gets darker and darker, there's these little eyeballs that are kind of spread out across the ocean, and they get closer and closer to you as the night goes on. And if you don't have like your light on, I don't know exactly what happens when you get full scared or full fear or whatever. But there's like this psychological kind of story, like this mystery, this what's the like fog that's around these cluster of islands, and like the lore, the history of this is somebody was out deep sea fishing and found this treasure or this chest or something like that, and they opened it, and ever since then there's been this fog around the island, and that's what's initially caused you to crash, is you didn't see like the rocks and stuff like that, and you can hit rocks and stuff too, like at night. You do have like a light that you can toggle on and off, but if you drive too fast and you don't see that, you can easily run into rocks, and it's like one or two and you're done.
So what happens when you're done?
You just die, and you just die, and go back to your last save or whatever. Which was, I think it's the last time you went ashore. But again, like the day night cycle is like 5 minutes, so like you might lose 5 minutes of time. But there's like this mystery survival, like around this cluster of islands, and I think there's like 4 or 5 different areas too. So I only was on the first one, but there's a mysterious man that comes like after like your first or couple days. He's like, hey, meet me at this island, and he wants you to collect these 5 different artifacts. It's really cool. Like the graphical art style is really cool. It's kind of like a cell shaded kind of vibe to it. It's only like $25. It's really, I would definitely check out the demo.
Are you playing on Switch?
Playing on Switch, yeah.
How's it run?
Pretty good. Like
pretty good?
pretty flawless. But it's the entire thing takes place in your boat. You don't ever get out and like walk around. Like you'll dock, and you'll be able to choose to go to the sales guy, the fish guy, and then you can upgrade your boat to make it more sturdier, add more inventory, get better fishing rods, stuff like that. So, it's pretty cool. Like it's a really fun like fishing game, like the actual fishing mechanic. It's like this.
How does that work?
It's just like a circle, and you just you press Y, like you'll see little fishing spots, and you go over there and you press A, and then once you get into the screen, like your inventory will pull up, and then it's like a circle, and there's like an arrow that'll go around like in a clockwise motion, and there's little slots that are like green, and you have to like hit it in that exact point, and it'll raise up the fish faster and faster, which is important because the day goes by so quickly, and the day cycle still continues while you're fishing. Okay. Let's switch over real quick, Nick.
Yeah.
All right, and then kind of the other mechanic. Then there may be more, but it's called dredging, and you unlock like this kind of anchor or grapple that you can go find like shipwrecks and stuff that kind of crash along the islands, and you can pick up like I don't know, treasure and stuff like that. And that one's a little bit different. It's like it's kind of hard to explain, but it's like 3 spheres kind of interwoven, and one's turning while the other is going the opposite way, and you have to kind of guide your way through it without hitting like the spots that you're not supposed to. And if you hit it, it'll lower the anchor or lower the grapple back down. So it's a really cool mechanic, but yeah, it's a really chill kind of fishing game, surrounded by like, I don't know, Cthulhu-esque like mystery. It's really cool. I really dug about. I played about an hour of it before the demo ended.
Yeah, I was about to ask how long the demo was.
Yeah, it was about an hour, and I probably could have played longer, but I did so far into this main mission that the demo ended. So, but it's cool.
Would you say it's like roguelike in any way?
Roguelike? No. I mean, yeah, the fish do. There's different spawning, but I wouldn't say it's roguelike.
Okay.
Because everything, like all the islands are, in the same spot. So other than like the fish moving, other than the fish moving, you can. That's the only thing that really changes. Like once you have like a like a general idea of like the layout, people will say, "Hey, go east for this," or "Hey, maybe there's a shipwreck behind this island. Go there for that." So yeah, it's really cool.
Well, I'm downloading the demo as we speak.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, hey, let me know how you like it, because I think it's a really really chill game. So.
I love games about like optimizing your process.
Yeah,
and like I love that just that cycle of going out, earning money, and then using that money to better your process.
Yep. And there's like different variations of fish and stuff like that.
I love that so much.
There's like squid and like flounder. There's a whole bunch of different types of fish. You can upgrade your ship from like a basic fishing rod to like a net that pulls behind the ship, so you can like
that's awesome.
So you can really like quicken, like you said, just optimize your fishing experience, make it faster and be able to sell, and so really cool from what I played so far. So yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna pick it up, and it'll be like a really chill, like handheld kind of thing.
Yeah. That sounds awesome. And if anyone has any other recommendations for games like this one, let us know.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. Yeah, just kind of it's kind of like monotonous because you're doing the same thing, but also like there's probably more missions and stuff like that. You gotta find like treasure and artifacts and stuff. So yeah, it's cool.
I don't know why I'm thinking of this comparison, but I really like SteamWorld Dig 2 for the same reason. I don't know. Did you play that one?
I did not play that one.
Dude,
I heard good things.
You have to play SteamWorld Dig 2.
Is it on Switch?
It's on Switch.
Okay.
It's really good.
Okay.
Like one of the best Metroidvanias.
Wow. High praise. Okay.
Yeah. You got to check it out. Oh man, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it so much.
Okay.
But it's kind of like that where you're kind of like digging deeper underground. You're collecting resources and money, and then you take that up with you to the surface, and you use that to buy better weapons, better mining gear, and that way you can traverse the underground better.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah. I'm excited to check out this game. I've heard a lot about it, but I really didn't know the details of it. Yeah,
it's really cool. Speaking of Metroidvania, there's that was it the last case of Benedict Fox or something like that? That's supposed to be coming out, I think, this week or next week, maybe.
This week?
Yeah, it's this week or next week. It's it's like the Metroidvania game coming to Game Pass. Yeah,
that was shown off in the showcase last year.
Yeah, Benedict.
April 27th.
April 27th. Yep. So that's next week.
Nice.
And then there's also that's coming to the Switch. I don't know if it's coming to the Xbox, but it's a game called Bramble King. I don't know if you've seen this game. It's kind of like
Bramble the Mountain King.
Yeah, Bramble the Mountain King. It's kind of like a horror kind of vibe to it, I guess. But
also April 27th.
Oh, it's the same day. God. Okay.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure is the
PlayStation
Jedi comes out.
Yeah. Yeah, Bramble the Mountain King. Oh, it's coming to everything. Okay. Yeah, that one looks pretty cool as well.
And that's a 2D?
Yeah. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's a 2D. Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a 2D game. But yeah, it's a lot like it gives me a little bit of like Little Nightmares vibes with like the creepy looking people and stuff. But yeah, that game looks really, really interesting too. So yeah, a lot of smaller stuff coming out. Nick, before we dive into the news, you finished or you're caught up on Attack on Titan.
Oh my god, dude!
Let's. I want to talk about it because full spoilers for Attack on Titan up until season 4, part 2, I guess. Right? Yeah, because we haven't watched part 3 is out, but it's not dubbed yet, so I have not seen it, and I don't think you've seen it either. Yeah, how?
Aaron's such a bad boy. What the heck, dude?
So I
did not expect that.
I rewatched it again. I'm on like the last couple episodes, and it's I just kind of picked up on things that I missed. The the first time, but yeah, I mean, like, you hate to see it, but also you kind of understand why he's doing it. He's just, screw it. It's either kill or be killed. Like, y'all, yeah.
And that was, I guess that was always his mindset. Like, even at the beginning, he was like, I'm going to kill every one of these Titans. And that kind of like transitioned over to, I'm going to kill everyone who wants to kill me.
Yeah, because at that time, they didn't realize that there was anybody left. It was just all the Titans.
Yeah.
And then once he realized that the people, converted the Eldians into the Titans to attack them, to deteriorate them, that this kind of transferred over. And then especially when he goes across the sea and they go to the city and like they're eating ice cream and stuff like that, and these people are just living lavish lives while they've been suffering for 100 years, based off of.
So that's why he was so.
Yeah, I mean, based off of like what could be, I guess. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Man, that heartbreaking. Like the last, kind of like seeing the last time they were happy.
Yeah.
When they were all drinking over on the other side of the sea.
Yeah.
And
because he's like almost like, I mean, I think even Levi says it at one point, but like he's just like his eyes are just dead inside. Like there's nothing left. And that's like the entire, and that's why like at first, whenever, he's at the hospital, like I didn't recognize him until I heard a few lines and I was like, is that Aaron? Is that Aaron talking? Because he just sounds just miserable.
So broken. Yeah,
just so broken and done. But yeah, man.
Yeah, and it was really crazy when him and Zeke were kind of going through their memories. Or going through going through Aaron's memories and Aaron's dad's memories, and realizing that he influenced his dad from the future in that moment.
That's crazy.
That was so wild. And then his dad seeing Zeke and being like,
well, I figured there had to be something, because there's that point where I can't remember his name, but the owl, he's like, you got to save Misaka and Armin, and you're like, wait, what? So
yeah, like how would he know that? So that was Aaron.
Yeah, that's wild. I guess they're just connected through. I don't know exactly how that. Maybe they'll give some more context to that in the last, parts or whatever. But yeah,
it's so crazy rooting for Annie and Reinhard.
Yeah.
At the end, like, man, I want them to. I almost want them to put a stop to Aaron, but I understand. I guess I understand, but Aaron's. He's killing millions of innocent people, which I guess is what they did.
Yeah, that's what they did to them, all based on what they're. Yeah, I mean it's crazy because like obviously it's very obviously like very Holocausty, like it's very that's what it feels like the most to me.
Yeah,
where they've got these group of people that are just hated, yet they still need them. And into their armies and use them and convert them to Titans and stuff like that. And then when you get like the revelation of Zeke's spinal fluid and he's putting it into like the wine and stuff, and that's how they've been taking over other countries from the inside out. Like that stuff was crazy. And then there's just that whole scene with Levi taking out the 30 guys in the forest, and then
oh yeah.
I was heartbroken when I thought he was dead. I was like, dude, there's no way. There's no way he goes all like that. Dead. So
I don't know how it's gonna end. I think Aaron has to die. I think he's gonna die.
Yeah. As much as like
it could end otherwise.
You want to see him push it through. Like, yeah, you don't want to see millions of people dying, but
that scene was pretty badass though, with all those Titans.
Oh yeah,
walking up to oh my god, what's the place called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Pandaria or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
I don't know.
But then just the season opener of, him getting caught or whatever and transforming, and
oh, that was amazing.
he just like destroys the Warhammer Titan, and then Armin shows up and explodes the port. Like, yeah, it was crazy. Man. Yeah. What a show. What a freaking show that I've somehow not watched. But it's also a good thing because now I can just watch everything.
And season 4 has the most banger intro song.
Oh my god, dude.
It is, oh gosh. I try to watch it every time.
I do, yeah. I pretty much, I'll pretty much listen to it every time. At least get like halfway through it.
Yeah, at least the end, like the last little bit.
Yeah, it's super. All the intros have been just really good, and they all set the mood too of like what's happening in the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, what a fantastic show.
Yeah, and the dub's supposed to be out pretty soon, right? Like,
I think it got delayed because I think the voice actor behind Hanji had tweeted out something like, and this was like in March. So she's like, finish my lines, absolutely heartbroken that it's over, blah, blah, blah.
So did she finish part 1 and part 2?
I think so. Yeah. I'm assuming they probably just filmed everything or recorded everything.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I really want to watch it. Cause like the other day I was like, almost like, I gotta watch it. I almost just watched the
sub version.
The sub version. I was like, no, like the voices are too good. And I'm sure they're great in Japanese, but I'm just here for the English. I think the cast is just so good.
Well, even if part 3 doesn't come out for a while, we still get to see our boy Levi.
Yes.
As Mr. Ganondorf himself. That is going to be awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of which, great transition there. Yeah, good segue. Yeah, I'm super excited for that announcement. Like, because I think I had texted you. It's like, I'm pretty sure that's Matt Mercer. And then now that we got it confirmed, it was like, yes, that is definitely him. Like, it sounds like you could hear the Levi in there. But yeah, dude, this trailer, it was nutty, man.
Tears of the Kingdom. That trailer was bonkers.
The music is sounds so good. The little touch of Zelda's lullaby at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh man, like what are they doing?
Let's. Do you want to just recap it? Like what all did they show? They obviously showed off the tears.
Yep.
So we know that the tears are
like physical things,
physical object that is probably used for a specific power, and Zelda has one.
Maybe that's where dungeons will come into play. Like you have to go through a specific dungeon to get the said tier, like the medallions and like every other Zelda game. I mean, they showed off a couple of the dungeons still aren't confirmed, but they showed off a couple of areas that definitely look like they could be dungeons.
Yep, especially near the mountain.
Yeah, and we got like a look of like the underground area. So like that's confirmed. Like the underground area is just massive. So this game is going to be just it's
gonna be huge.
Just gonna be huge. It's just gonna be wild.
The fact that you can build like a giant mech and use it.
Yeah, a giant mech.
Fight a stone talus.
Yeah, there's rockets.
Yeah, the rocket's awesome. Is there a grab jump? Like, what is that? Is that an item?
Yeah, my theory is, so I've got two theories with this game. I think one is, because obviously I think we're going to be, like you did in Breath of the Wild, I think you're going to be upgrading your abilities. So I'm thinking as time goes on, your Ultra Hand and your, what's it, Ultra Hand and Fuse, right? Ultra Hand is the one for vehicles and Fuse is, okay. Which also the sword shield was awesome.
Badass,
so stupid, but awesome. My theory is I think your goal is to go as high as possible. Like there's something like maybe Skyloft, like that's like the highest peak. Mm. And then second with that weird floaty jump is maybe is higher and higher as you go. Maybe the gravity is less. Like I don't know if they're going to think about that, but maybe that's a possibility.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just maybe there's platforms that he was jumping on, or like anti-gravity platforms. Like, who knows?
But he did the same thing when he jumped into the water sphere. Like, it was the same type
he
of
did.
jump.
Yeah. That was
I'm like
also
wondering
really cool.
So I'm wondering if that is if that's a tool or an ability or like some sort of boot that you get, some boots. Like,
maybe like an anti-gravity boot or something.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm so excited about that. It's really dumb to be excited about that type of jump, but you just see like cool. Link have his normal jump.
Yeah.
And then you see this thing. It's like, damn, like there's some physics with Link himself. Like, that's really awesome.
Yeah. So I don't know. There was so much in there, and then just obviously hearing Ganondorf's voice.
Yeah.
Just bear witness to the king's return or whatever.
Do not look away.
Do not look away.
Like, that's so badass.
Oh, dude, yeah. I cannot wait to see Ganondorf in the game. And someone pointed this out on Twitter, but this is the first time in 17 years that Link, Zelda, and Ganondorf had all been in the same game, which is insane to think about. But so Twilight Princess is the last one, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we got to look at what a lot of people are speculating is Demise from Skyward Sword.
The long hair. Yeah.
The wrong, like, fiery red hair. Maybe a look at like Hylia
from the past. I think it's some kind of Zelda incarnation, or like the original Zelda, and she was reincarnated.
Yeah. Well, Hylia is the original and got reincarnated into Zelda. And then there's theories about, like, Zelda is saying, at the very end, like, Link, come find me. People are thinking that she's lost somewhere in time, which there's also like the shot of, what looks like the King of Hyrule, talking to her. So maybe she went back in time. Like, so much, man. There's so much that we just don't know. Like, we got a really great, like, look at the story, I guess, but we still know nothing.
Yeah, I know. I think time is going to be a big element.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be like a completely another world that you go to.
Yeah.
Like, that would be awesome. But, with them highlighting the recall ability so early on, like even in like one of the first trailers when they showed Link, pushing that boulder back up and, kind of like accentuating time, like with the water droplet that was in reverse, like all that type of stuff. Like, I think time is going to play a big factor. I think so. And
it's not the first time, that time has been a thing, and it's been in most of them, really. Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask.
They're all about time.
Yeah.
So even Skyward Sword, that one.
Yeah.
You go to the Sacred Realm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you're going to find Skyloft.
I think so. Yeah, I think especially with that rocket, like, propelled, I just think you're eventually going to upgrade your stuff enough to where you can build something and get to the top, and maybe push through like the barrier, like the cloud barrier or whatever that Skyloft has, and then you push your way up and it's Skyloft. Like, that would be like awesome. Like, you would push through and then all of a sudden you see like all the sky wings, or all the loft wings flying around. Like, that would be so cool. Dude, this game's gonna be crazy. Yeah, I just get more and more excited every day. Like, I think it's like 25 days left to go.
Yeah, not far. Like 3 weeks, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm so excited because, like, with Breath of the Wild, like, I was in a weird time of my life. Like, Kellen was just born, so I really don't feel like I got the full enjoyment out of Breath of the Wild that I would have liked. Just because I was still working at Applebee's, and like my hours were just insane. Plus having a newborn, so I think that's why I'm just even more excited for this game than I was for Breath of the Wild, and just all the stuff that just looks crazy. So
yeah, this is gonna be one of those games that you can just spend a year, in playing. Like,
I mean, people in Breath of the Wild are still doing new stuff. So like with these new abilities, it's just going to be endless.
I know. I'm so excited. And at this point, we know that you start in the sky.
Yep.
So I'm assuming we'll have like a great plateau area. That's probably what Aonuma was showing off, was that kind of like great plateau type area where you
they
get
confirm
abilities.
on Nintendo's website it says you start off in the sky and get your abilities and then go back to the surface or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I think there are more abilities. I think that little glide thing that Link lands on, I think that's got to be an ability of some sort.
Yeah.
I don't know what else, but yeah, there's a lot. There's a wingsuit.
Yeah, it looks like
wingsuit looks awesome. There's some really cool bosses.
Yeah, the bosses look great. Like that flying one that looks like it's coming through some sort of like portal. Like it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks cool. And then, we've got like kind of the new champions, I guess, that were from the kids from from Breath of the Wild. They fight alongside you in some aspects.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. Yeah.
It looks like even the trailer, like when Link's on the horse and he's twirling that spear, like if you look, there's townspeople that are in the fight. So it's like, are you recruiting them for some like epic battle, or is there, are you going out and saving the townsfolk and bringing them back to like your encampment? Are you building a camp? Like, is there town building in there? Like, who knows?
Kind of makes me think of Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Where you're kind of building up that army. I think that could be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, this is the last fight, right? This is it. This is Ganondorf's back.
This feels like the last Zelda game.
It does. It does. It really does.
It really does. If it is, man.
Yeah.
Go out with the bang.
Well, I mean, either way, we probably won't get another Zelda game for 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
I'll be close to 40 before we get a new Zelda game, which is kind of depressing to think about.
Scary to think about, huh?
Unless we get like a 2D or something like that, or I'm sure we'll get a remake or something in between that time. But yeah,
this feels like the last hurrah.
Yeah,
sorts.
Yeah, and I feel like it put it like a kind of it shut up all the naysayers about the deal. Like it's just $70 DLC. Like no, this game is going to be insane. We'll talk about Final Fantasy in a little bit, but there's already people talking about like Final Fantasy versus Zelda for Game of the Year, stuff like that. Like I was like, please, dude. I had enough with Elden Ring and God of War. Like I can't go back and forth on Twitter about people arguing about this stuff. At least Final Fantasy is a true exclusive versus Elden Ring was multi-plat, but yeah. Final Fantasy looks really cool, but I don't know, man. This is, I feel like Zelda is, and this is not the fanboy in me. It just looks like a shoe-in for Game of the Year. I mean, I know Spider-Man's gonna be great, but
Spider-Man, it's gonna be a great iterative sequel. I'm sorry, dude. Tears of the Kingdom looks like Game of the Year.
Yeah, game of the decade. Looks like game of the decade. Like,
I don't care that it runs at 30. I don't care that. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what you can complain about at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's been some stuff about a possible June direct announcing a new Switch. So we could be getting a Switch 2 for holiday, and Zelda will probably have some sort of like FPS boost. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. Yeah, just Zelda looks insane.
It's honestly, it's honestly insane how well it looks like it runs.
Yeah.
Given how big the world is.
Yeah, No loading that we can tell. Looks pretty seamless.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it looks crazy.
Yeah.
Next story, Redfall. They confirmed that it's going to launch at 30 FPS. But there will be a performance mode coming later that will increase it to 60. And yeah, a lot of people were kind of pissed off about it. Xbox fanboys and obviously PS fanboys are gonna just
shit on it.
Yeah, they're gonna shit on it. But so I'm of two minds here. One thing is, and I don't know why it's this generation, but frames per second does not make or break a game to me. Obviously, like fighting games, you definitely want them to be at 60 frames per second. In first person games, obviously you do want that as well. But arcane games have never ran at 60.
What about Deathloop?
I don't think that ran 60 at launch, right? Did it? It's 60?
I thought it did.
I thought it was 30. I could be wrong, but so in those games, I thought all at the time, obviously they've had their enhancements for the series consoles, but I thought those ran just fine at the time. So I will definitely, while it's kind of, it obviously is a bummer, I think I'm definitely going to wait and see. I'm also not convinced about Redfall anyways as a game. Like I definitely want to play it and see for myself. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this 30, 60 frames debate, controversy, whatever you want to call it?
When you have a console and you call it the most powerful console in the world, you should back it up.
Yeah.
And
that was my other argument is where, well, yeah, I don't necessarily think that it can make or break. Yeah, you do have Xbox coming out here and saying that it's the most powerful console in the world, and yet, and not just Xbox, PlayStation too. I think none of these games we've gotten, it's either a fidelity mode or a performance mode. Why can't these super powerful consoles, quote unquote, do both? Where's the ray tracing? Where's the 4K native that they both claim that they can do? You've got these rumors of PlayStation having a Pro next year, or maybe even this year. And to me, that's kind of like a spit into the face to the gamers. It's like, hey, these consoles are not as powerful as we initially thought. Here's a Pro. You want to spend $600 for what you should have already had? Here you go. And I haven't heard anything about a more powerful like Pro for Xbox, so I'm just using PlayStation as an example. So I'm not throwing them under the bus, but they both came out as these super powerful consoles, yet we still have to pick and choose between performance and fidelity mode. I think that's nonsense. 3 years into these things,
it still doesn't feel like we've seen a truly next gen game.
There hasn't been, neither one. No. Returnal is the only PlayStation exclusive PS5 that and Ratchet,
Clank, and then Demon's Souls. I would say Demon's Souls looks the best out of all of them. But that's
so like this year will be really the first true telling of what these consoles can do. With Spider-Man coming out and whatever, but then we have
you have Redfall with 30 FPS at launch.
I honestly thought Redfall should have just been delayed. Like, you just take the L. Like, you're putting it out between all these amazing games, and then Zelda is a week later. Like, that's kind of crazy to do. Like, maybe just delay it and wait a month and put it out with 60. But I don't know.
I think Xbox's release schedule is just so terrible.
Yeah.
I think it's always poor timing.
Yeah, I mean, you got Minecraft Legends launching next week in between all this, and granted, it's a different kind of game, but and then you're kind of sending Redfall out to die, and then we don't know when Forza's coming out, and Starfield is September?
September, I think.
September? Yeah.
Yeah. Which then that should be fine.
Yeah, I mean that'll be its own beast. Like they don't have to worry about anything. Other games will kind of shift around Starfield, but
I don't know, man. I just feel like every single piece of press that's come out about Xbox has been bad.
Yeah.
Every gameplay showcase has been underhanded by some fact coming out, by some truth coming out, like the always online mode for Redfall. Like this game just can't catch a break.
Yeah. Which, all games are pretty much online only. When Xbox announced that years ago with the Xbox One, and they had that big backlash, here we are 10 years later, and, consoles are pretty much online only at this point. So, I think the way they announced it just rubbed people the wrong way, but, here we are. But yeah, as I'm not a big proponent of the 60 versus 30 FPS, and again, I feel like the game can run and be playable just fine. Like, look at like something like Zelda, like that's gonna be 30.
Yeah, but that's on 2014, 2013 tech.
This is true.
People were trying to compare Redfall to Tears of the Kingdom, be like, oh, well, you guys like 30 FPS games on Switch. Well, yeah, it's a Switch, and Tears of the Kingdom
2015
amazing.
tech, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The argument's annoying, but I'm definitely sided with people that are just kind of over it. Like it should absolutely. There's no excuse for it not to at this point with these powerful consoles. But it is what it is.
Man, this generation's been a mess.
It sucks. Like I kind of want them to just put something else out. Like just move on to the PS6 next year, and because it's been such a mess.
I'm playing my PS5 in a minute.
Yeah, I obviously, but Final Fantasy 16 looks pretty good. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, it looks good. It's already given me open world fatigue looking at it.
Yeah, that's true.
But it does look good. Like the fights.
When does this come out? June. Yeah, that's like it. Any open world game within 2 months of Zelda should just delay or get pushed back a little bit.
I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer on Final Fantasy 16 because I'll pick it up and it looks really good. The combat looks great.
Yeah.
I think. But I don't know. Do you watch the showcase?
I just watched a kind of glint, like went kind of fast through the showcase. I kind of caught some of the bigger stuff. It looks cool. The action looks like a Devil May Cry game, like with the action. And then also like the big, playing as like Ifrit, whatever, those classic summons or what, or they're called what, idols or icons now, icons. Like that stuff looks really cool. Like the giant, fighting the giant titan at the very end of the showcase. Like all that stuff looks really cool. Game looks gorgeous, but open world fatigue a little bit.
Yeah, and then they were showing off like the inventory and the upgrade, like the skill tree.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, dude, I don't want a skill tree. I'm tired of skill trees.
Yeah,
I kind of realize that I hate them now.
Well, when every freaking game has them, every game's trying to be an
RPG, and it's like, RPG. There's a 2% upgrade to your damage.
Yeah,
I don't notice that. I'm not gonna notice that. Like the only skill trees that I've liked are games like Borderlands, where it gives you a new ability.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of got fatigued out, like in God of War, with that stuff. Like, here's a 2%,
exactly.
axe boot. Like, I don't care. Does it look cool? All right, I just want to wear that. Oh, does it have to be the best piece of armor that I have? All right, even better.
All the inventory management, and the min maxing and the numbers.
Yeah, I'm absolutely good with that.
Dude, that's why I'm excited for Zelda. It's like there's no skill tree. It's just go out and have fun.
Go
have fun.
Yeah.
Man, I sound so old right now.
At some point, everything just kind of starts over. It kind of goes back on, everything loops around.
Yeah. Time loops around.
I blame Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 for adding RPG elements to first-person shooters, and then it's just been downhill ever since.
Wait, Modern Warfare 4?
Or Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare.
Oh, wow.
When they added all the RPG stuff to that. Not really RPG stuff, but
like the skills you unlock?
I get
the weapons?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe that was a bad comparison, but
I think Borderlands is also a good
that was the kind of start. Yeah.
Just like that had the actual skill trees.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Final Fantasy looks cool. I don't know. I don't think it's a system seller for me. Like I'm still not gonna pick up a PS5 for it. I don't know when I'm gonna get one, to be honest, at this point. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
for the Pro.
I don't know. I may not pick up a PlayStation this generation. There just hasn't really been much that I've really wanted to play. Like I do want to play Spider-Man, but just thinking about an open world game right now, other than Zelda, it just doesn't, you know,
Doesn't do it for you.
just doesn't do it for me. Which is fine, you know. I may be ready to play, and I still got to play Miles, so it's like, you know,
Yeah.
unless there's the Bloodborne 2, I think that may be like it for me to get me in the ecosystem, and then I'll play everything else. But and the last story here, Suicide Squad is getting delayed, like a massive delay. It was supposed to come out next month or June?
Yeah, no, it's coming out next month in May.
And then they delayed it to February 2024. February.
I would have just canceled it at that point.
But it's crazy because they spent 8 years making this game. Like pretty well, you know, since Arkham Knight came out. Like it probably didn't start immediately after, but yeah, at least, you know, 8 years on this game, and the best they can do is this shitty, like, live service battle passy game where all the characters shoot freaking guns. Like Captain Boomerang, he has a boomerang. Why is he shooting a gun? It makes no sense. And this is, and like, I've loved all of Rocksteady's stuff up to this point, and it just looks like the most shittiest live service thing I've ever seen. Oh, it looks awful. Yeah, maybe they're stripping all that nonsense out. Maybe they just got such a bad backlash from it that they're just stripping it out and going from there. Which I don't know how they do that, because it looks like, I mean, the gameplay just looks bad too. So it's like,
that's a core part of the game. Yeah, at this point, it's like you got to rework it all.
Yeah, everything just looks bad about it. So I don't know what they're gonna do. You know, who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure they saw pre-orders were
not good.
Too good.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Well, I think that's going to... What's good?
Hold on. We got to end on a positive note somehow. We can't go out like this. Harrison, within the next 3 weeks, pre-Tears of the Kingdom.
Let's pause it for a second and come back.
Okay.
All right. Positive vibes.
Okay, positive vibes. Before we go, I want to know 2 things.
Okay.
Number 1, within the next couple of weeks, pre-Tears of the Kingdom, what game are you looking forward to?
What game I'm looking forward to playing post or before?
Could be either one. Really anything aside from Tears of the Kingdom.
I'm really excited for Jedi Survivor, but it comes out like the last week of April, and I just don't know if I can play through that and then jump into Tears of the Kingdom. That may be a game that I pick up like in June or July when stuff hopefully slows down a little bit, so I can kind of go do my backlog thing. So that's probably the biggest thing that I'm excited for in the next month, other than Tears of the Kingdom. But then, like I said, I really want to try out that Bramble game, or at least look at previews and reviews for that. And then the last case of Benedict Fox. That game looks like a really awesome Metroidvania game. So I want to, and that's on Game Pass. So I'll definitely at least try it.
That would be a good game to play instead of Jedi.
Yeah,
since it comes out around the same time.
Yeah. I think that's probably what I'll do, because I'll play that and then maybe pick up Bramble if I can. I think that's probably it.
Nice.
What comes out after Tears of the Kingdom? Final Fantasy, Pikmin?
Yeah, Pikmin, Starfield, Spider-Man, Forza.
And those games all come out probably like August. Maybe Forza comes out in like August or something.
Yeah.
So it's hard to think about September right now and Spider-Man, but yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up Pikmin. I think Pikmin looks really good.
Yeah.
And is it co-op? I
hope so. I really want to play it with Alicia.
Yeah, they haven't confirmed that yet, but that all the stuff they've shown off for that game looks really cool. So I want to I definitely want to check that out. But yeah, what about you?
Advance Wars. I want to maybe play that this week when it comes out.
That comes out Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Might pick it up with that Nintendo voucher.
There you go.
I think that'll be like a good palate cleanser before.
Yeah,
Before
I
Tears
think
of the
so.
Kingdom. Excited to play more Persona.
Yeah.
Seems fun. Yeah, Last Case of Benedict Fox. That one looks really good. And maybe Silk Song even comes out.
Oh
in the next
God,
few
that
weeks.
game
That'd be
doesn't
crazy.
exist, Nick.
Hey, according to Xbox, it's coming out before.
I don't believe them.
I don't trust them.
That game is coming out 20XX.
20XX. Yeah.
Dude, oh my God, like, but I don't think Hollow Knight wants to release anywhere near Zelda. Maybe June. Like, would they release in June?
Why not?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I guess
Hollow
they could.
Knight, the first game did.
Yeah. Okay.
I would say
June.
April or June would be a good answer.
There's no way to shadow drop Hollow Knight.
Why not?
That's out of the question at this point.
Why?
You got your golf story or your sports story shadow drop. Ouch.
Rip, dude. Rip. That still hurts.
There's no. Do you really? Do you think there's a chance that they drop Hollow Knight or Silk Song?
I really do. I think they don't need marketing. Just release it.
Yeah, they don't.
It's not like they have a big marketing. It's just 3 people there.
I don't think I could like stomach jumping in this. I mean, there's just so much stuff. Although if they were to do it this week, perfect timing.
Yeah.
Because that gives me like 3 weeks to play through it.
All right, you heard us, Team Cherry. Make it happen.
Put it out on Friday. I dare you.
I double dog dare you.
I double dog dare you.
All right, my last question for you is, as of this point, April 17th, 2023, what is your favorite game of the year?
So far,
you can give me 2.
I mean, it's Resident Evil and Dead Space, I think.
Damn, nice.
Yeah, I think it's, and I think, gosh, man, it's hard to choose which one I like more. I really like Dead Space. And I think it's the better looking game too.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think Resident Evil 4 had better replayability for me. Yeah, just a lot more guns. Yeah, I think Resident Evil was probably my game of the year so far, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that game. And the Mercenaries mode was just, I mean, I only played it a little bit, but it was probably the most fun I've had ever in Mercenaries. Yeah. So it was fun. What about you?
Might say the same thing. Maybe between Resident Evil 4 and Metroid Prime Remastered.
Yeah, see, I still gotta finish Metroid. Still gotta finish Fire Emblem, Hi-Fi Rush. I still gotta play. I keep saying the same thing every week, but
I don't know why you're playing all these new games.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You just need to put Fire Emblem, Metroid Prime Remastered, and Hi-Fi Rush. Write it down, put it in a hat, draw one, and finish it.
Okay, I just need to finish. Like Metroid Prime, I'm almost done. Like I just gotta get the artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've got like 5 or 6. I gotta do it. But we'll see.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. All right. Any last things you want to talk about?
I think that's it. I think we covered it all in the gaming space.
Well, there's no more Nintingles. It's done. It's done until like early June, and then the tingling will pick back up. But yeah, I think I'm all in, man. I'm just ready. Just counting the days down for Zelda.
We're just waiting now.
All right. Well, that is going to wrap up the show, everyone. We appreciate everyone listening. Nick, where can they follow us?
You can follow us on Twitter at GamingWTBroscast. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Gaming with the Broscast. And you can email us any questions at Gaming with the Bros. And if you could leave a review. Yeah. It could be a 5-star, it could be a 4-star.
We did get our first 1-star like not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Did it have any comments?
No notes about it. Just a 1-star. If you're gonna leave a 1-star, I want to know why. But
hey, that's okay.
But if you don't, it's okay. If you didn't like it, that's fine. We're just a couple of bros just chilling, talking about some games.
Couple of guys hanging out.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you guys next Monday. Continue struggling to get that Zelda Collector's Edition, as many of us still are. I click on that link immediately, and it just immediately sells out. I
don't think it's legitimate at this point.
Yeah. Well, I've got two copies pre-ordered right now. I've got one through Amazon and I've got one through Best Buy. I'm definitely going to cancel the Amazon one.
Special edition or
no, just the regular.
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe we can get it. Here's hoping. All right, guys. Well, we'll see y'all next week.
See ya. Bye-bye.